Good afternoon, people. It's Mark again for Caris Change Works. Again, just walking in a nice little wooded area, not too far away from me. You can maybe hear some of the birds in the background. Just enjoying nature and appreciating time. On this little short video, I just want to address the issue of how we speak to ourselves and the impacts that could have and will have in our lives. As you know, at this point in time in the world, there's this coronavirus thing that's going on, and people are being more isolated in their houses or places of living, and people are becoming lonely. And the impact, I suppose is the word I'm looking for, of this loneliness is that maybe we start developing bad habits. You know, we can start with looking at how we talk negatively about the environment. We speak negatively about this disease that's going around the world. We can talk negatively about always some walkers, and you know, you can always you can see how people are being influenced negatively by the environment and the situation that we are in. And it's easy to fall into these bad habits because there's in many ways there's no protection from our minds and our thought patterns to this negative environment that we are forced to comply with. And my thoughts are very simple today, really. It is when we start thinking about how we speak about ourselves. Many people say that they've lost their mind. They're lonely. They wish they could go out. They wish they could go to a pub or the bar or visit their friends and family. And when I listen to how people speak, it's very negative, it's very destructive, it's very isolating. And eventually that becomes habit, where we habitually speak with a negative intention. It's very difficult to break out of this negative habit of thinking negatively, speaking negatively, which ultimately results in us behaving in a negative way. I read somewhere that our belief systems come through what we speak, through our ears. And my encouragement for you today is simply to stop what you're doing when you find out and you pay attention to what you say and how you say it. Stop that and start to look at the positive things in your life and realize that there are more positives in your life than there are negatives. I'll give you a classic example, what I always say. When you were born, you won the race. You made it through the birthing process. You learned how to walk and talk and ride a bike and ride a car and read and write. All these things are positives. Means you're the winner, you see. However, when we are placed in a situation where we are lonely or even alone, the mind tends to play tricks on us. And it's easy to fall prey to negative thinking, negative speaking. It's like I said earlier, it leads to negative behaving. So, what's the secret? I believe we need to become aware of how we speak, how we think. Then we can do something about it. My thoughts are, if you're aware of things, then at least you're halfway there in terms of beating the thing, this habits. So become aware of what you say. Become aware of how you say it. Because once you are, then you can do something about it. Let me give you an example by what I mean. just for a minute or so, I just want you to imagine that there are two people who are in love with each other, a man and woman, call it whatever you like, it doesn't matter. And the words that these people who are fond about and feel towards each other, they usually say, I love you, I appreciate you, I want you, and words of a similar kind of inclination. Now I'm going to use the same words, but I'm going to say them differently, and then you'll understand by what I mean. So this is how a lot of people would say it. Yeah, I love you. And you get the non-verbals, you get the head nod, you may get the hand stretched out maybe. And the other person will understand and receive the message of, these people, this person loves me. That's one way of looking at it. This is the way that I think we need to start talking about ourselves. Then of course there's other ways of doing the I love you bit. And it could be like this, I love you. Same words. But my intention is very different. It's very rushed, as if it's just a glancing thought. And the message is, I'm not worth their time. They haven't given any thought about what they're saying. It's just something that they say, and the message is completely opposite to what the words actually mean. Very negative, if I can put it in a nutshell for you. Equally the same words again. I love you. And you can get all angry and upset and grit your teeth. Same words. In this example, the message is clearly very, very different. Same words, different way of receiving those words. I just wonder how you talk to yourself. Do you give yourself time? Do you give yourself attention? Do you grit your teeth with anger and bitterness as you speak? I don't know. It's the message, it's the attitude, it's the intention that gets received, not necessarily the words. So for you, my friend, I want you just to give yourself a bit of an exercise, maybe a bit of a challenge, if I may. Speak to yourself in more affirming, positive tones, in ways that are more uplifting, ones that are more useful or helpful. It's a habit, isn't it? It may be that you need to chip away at the old one and use the same building blocks that you created the old one, this old habit. Use the same sticks and stones, I suppose, the bricks, the mortar, to build a new foundation for a new habit. Just a word of encouragement, something for you to think about. Hopefully that will help you a lot. If it does, like, subscribe and share, and leave your comments in the comment box. Thank you very much.